Good morning, everyone. This is Karen Hooley, and I'm glad to have you here for Crochet Coffee and Chat. This is our pre-Thanksgiving show. For those of you in the United States, happy Thanksgiving early. I hope you guys have a great day. There's a few of you guys here. Wow, a bunch of you guys popped in. Hi, Linda. Hi, Brat. Let's see, Linda says I sent you some photo. Oh, yay. Okay, I'll have to go look in my email after this video. Hi, Dawn. I'm glad you're here. So I hope everybody's having a great week. I'm excited because my son is coming in today from the west side of the state. So I'll get to see him, and I've got a lot of baking to do today. I've already made, last night I made, what do you call them? Apple cider donuts. If you're following me on Instagram or Vero, I just posted them there. So he's got some of those. It's a new recipe I tried this year for Halloween, and he was not here obviously for that. So I promised him that when he came for Thanksgiving, I would make him some. And then I've got sourdough bread rising already. And then I've got to make pumpkin bread and pumpkin pie today. So it's going to be a busy day for me in the kitchen. So I'm kind of glad I get to do this before all of that crazy starts. I do have the sourdough going with the first rise right now while I'm here. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you get to bake a little and be with some family. I know a lot of places are shut down like here. My son was still coming in. He gets COVID tests all the time because he's a school teacher, so he's good. But unfortunately, it seems like, I don't know, I haven't heard anything yet for sure, but we are closer to family now. And my sister-in-law is a school teacher, and they've had some COVID cases in the school. So I'm not 100% sure that we're actually going to even see some of our family other than my son. So that's why I'm baking. We were supposed to have a big Thanksgiving all together with all of us here locally, and then my son coming in. But fortunately, that doesn't look like what's going to happen. So I hope everybody else is having a good week. I thought I'd start off today with some things I've been working on. If you follow me on social media, you probably saw me post this. It's got a tag on it now because I got to send it to photography. But this is, I'm calling it my favorite hat. I showed it to you last week, I think, or I showed it to you a couple weeks ago. I finally finished it. I had to go get some buttons because I didn't realize that I had packed and stored all my button boxes. So I had to go buy some buttons to be able to put the pom-pom on. But what's nice, I'm going to show you on the inside. I have a button here in the center, and I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but the loop that's on the pom-pom is around the button. So if I need to wash the hat, or I don't want the pom-pom on for some reason, or want to change the pom-pom, I can do that. It can come right off and then go right back on. So the one thing about putting these kind of pom-poms on, you'll notice it's a little loose. That's just the way it is. I didn't want to put the button down farther on the side. That would have made it a little more secure. But I think it'll be okay. So this pattern is in tech editing right now. In fact, I just got a note this morning from one of my tech editor who's doing this, that she's started. So as soon as it's done being tech edited, I will be putting a call out for testers. So if you are one of my testers, be watching for that. I'm hoping to be able to put it out for testing maybe next week. I mean, this is a really quick pattern. It's done in DK weight, and this stitch, it's not working in the V of the single crochet. It's a camel crochet stitch. I will provide a video for those who are testing, and then for the final pattern as well, how to do the stitch. But this stitch, because the way it's made, it's even cushier than being in DK weight yarn. And I've made it in 3 different sizes, or I've graded it to 3 different sizes, and I'm going to need 2 testers for each size. So if you're interested, literally, this is a project you can finish in a week. I'm going to give you more than that to test it, but you can finish it in a week easily. So that's the first thing I've been doing. How are you guys working on anything? I've started a couple new projects this week, and I'm still working on my sweater. I got my extra yarn so I could start my sleeves, but I thought I'd show you. I've got this caught underneath the bowl. There we go. That is the top of my sweater, and there's the bottom. And you can see I've started the first sleeve. I'm about halfway done with the sleeve. I'm really excited because I was supposed to have this done for Thanksgiving, but I'm kind of glad we're not having a family Thanksgiving because now I can wear it for Christmas. So it'll be done by Christmas. So I'll show you the final project when that one's done. But that one's kind of hard to hold up because it's getting heavy now. I'll probably wear it once it's done so you guys can see it someday on the live chat. The other thing I've started is, this is a project with the yarn I'm using. I think if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the color already. This is from Sock Obsession Fibers. I think I showed it to you before I wound it too. It's starting to unwind here. The Sock Obsession Fibers. It's her 75-25 merino, merino nylon, and it's in the color, I don't know if you, it's not really showing as well as it should be. It's a gray and a kind of a very light teal color, and it's called Milky Way. And I love it because, isn't it gorgeous? This is such a pretty yarn. This is, I'm starting a shawl. I don't know if you can see this. But it's a shawl that's going to have a very wide lace edging on the bottom, and it's worked side to side. I thought I'd show you guys this just because I'm just getting started. I'm not going to show you the finished project because it's going to be a surprise later on. But I thought I'd show you guys that because it's kind of a fun project. It's one of those that I can sit and it's a 6-row repeat. And I can sit and do the project and, get like, 4 or 5 repeats out of the way. I had to rip out 4 repeats yesterday because I didn't increase in one row. And by the time I got to the fourth repeat, I lost that stitch, and I knew I lost that stitch. So I had to rip it out. But it's really quick to do. So I should be able to, I want to have that shawl done by the end of next week. So that's probably the only peek you're going to have of it, but I wanted to show it because it's been a lot of fun to work on. And then this is a new yarn that came in. It's called West Yorkshire Spinners is the brand, and it's their Exquisite, and it's 80% Falkland, I can't talk today. Falkland wool and 20% merino silk, and it's the color Belgravia or Belgravia. It looks red in this on the screen. It's actually kind of a burgundy raspberry color, and it's a lace weight. It's 875 yards, 100 grams, and for this 875 yards, the price point is about $27, $28 a skein. And this is for a project. I can't tell you what the project is or what it's for, but I can't show you just the skein at this moment. I thought I wanted to share this yarn with you because I've used it before. And it's, whether or not you like lace weight yarn, it's amazingly soft and easy to crochet with. So I wanted to share this with you because I don't know if you've heard of this yarn before. West Yorkshire Spinners is out of the UK. And sometimes it's hard to get their yarns when things are happening. But if you see it, I definitely recommend any of their yarns. I've also used their yarn for socks. In fact, you guys may have seen this. This is their yarn, a sock yarn. This is a sample for my sock class. but this is their yarn as well, and it's really soft. This is, I can't remember if it's 75-25 merino silk, superwash merino and silk, and not silk, nylon. Sorry guys, I need more coffee this morning. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I got up, took a shower, and before 6 o'clock, I was at the grocery store because my son, I should probably tell you guys the story. My son is a school teacher on the west side of the state, and he lives on the coast. And his house, he's renting a 3-bedroom house all by himself. And it sits in the middle of cranberry bogs. And he works with a lot of the people who grow cranberries. Just north of him, maybe about 45 minutes to an hour north of where he lives, is one of Ocean Spray Cranberries processing plants. And so where he lives, they grow a ton of strawberries. Cranberries. You drive through and you see all the cranberry bushes as they grow. And then when they're getting ready to harvest, they're all pink and that cranberry color. And so literally on 3 sides of his house, mostly the backyard, just a little bit on the sides, he's got cranberries. I mean, everywhere you look is cranberries. So he was supposed to bring me cranberries. And he texts last night when I was already in bed and said, "Mom, I forgot to go get the cranberries." One of the people he works with is a grower, is one of the teachers. Her husband's a grower, and she gave him fresh cranberries last year, and they were awesome for our cranberry relish. But I had to go and make sure that hopefully Safeway had cranberries, and they did, thank God. Otherwise, I couldn't make the cranberry relish this year. And that's my kid's favorite. Excuse me, guys. So I'm a little tired this morning. Like I said, I've already got the sourdough rising and stuff like that too. Let's see. Oh, you love lace, Linda? Yes, I love lace too. That is my sweet spot when it comes to crochet, working with lace weight yarns and fingering weight, and then always creating lace. So I hope you guys like that, what that pattern is going to look like when it's done. But it's I'm having a really fun time designing this one. So you'll be seeing more lace from me in the future. So what are you guys working on? There's a few of you out there. So what are you guys working on? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving this year? Anything you guys want to talk about this week? I'm trying to think. There's not a newsletter going out this week, but you will get an email from me on Friday. I am having my biggest sale of the year. I only do it once a year, but starting on Friday and through Monday. So Black Friday through Cyber Monday. So Saturday and Sunday are included. Everything, all my patterns and all my books are 50% off this weekend only for 4 days. So if you've been waiting for a book to buy one of my books, definitely do it. I've got a lot in stock right now. The only book I don't have very many of is my sock book. I think I have under 10 left. And once those are gone, I'm not going to print anymore. So if you want that book, that's Crochet Rock Socks. It's the red one right there. So if you want that one, get it now. It's going to be 50% off. Most of the books I have in stock. I have quite a few. I think Coastal Crochet is the only one that I'm getting low in stock on, but I still have quite a few. So one of the things I've decided I'm going to do too is I'm going to not print so many for me to have in stock here. So I'll always, except for the sock book, I'll always have at least, like 5 or 10 in stock at times, but I don't want to keep as much stock as I have right now. So if you are interested in any of those books, definitely be watching for the email on Friday. And all my patterns too also. So And there's no coupon required. You'll see it on social media as well because I'll be promoting that everything's 50% off. But once Monday is over, everything will revert back to normal price. So be watching for that. Trying to think. Since my son is going to be home starting today, I'll probably be offline quite a bit. I mean, I might post on Instagram or Vero once in a while. So if I'm not around, you know why. And I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't going to be around either. So hopefully you are able to be with somebody, with your family. And then starting in December, I am going to only have 2 newsletters a month. I think I mentioned that before. Until we're settled into our house in January or early February. I don't know if I told you guys, but we got our close date and it's still January 13th. Gosh, I need more coffee, guys. I can't even talk this morning. December and January are going to be interesting months for me. Between the holidays and moving, there's a lot going on. I am going to definitely at least through December, be doing these lives. And then the other thing I want to mention along with these lives is we had talked last week, and I know some people were really excited about it, of having me do like either a weekly or every other weekly Zoom live where I can actually see your faces and talk to you guys. And I want to make sure that you guys you guys would be interested in that. And would you want those YouTube or those Zoom lives to be at the same time as this? So maybe every other week I would do a live on YouTube, and then every other week do a Zoom where everybody can come in, or would you want to do that every week instead of this live? Anybody have any thoughts on that? Because if we do it at the same time, because I'm thinking I'd like to do it around the same time that we do these, just because I have been able to get a lot of people here and a lot of people do watch. The other option would be I would do it later in the evening on a weekday. And I would probably put that out to my newsletter as well, because I'm sure there's people who can't get here in the mornings, but can a little bit later in the day. So, and when I say mornings, I know it's not morning for some of you, so I apologize. But anybody, feedback. I would really like some feedback on that. Have a sip of my coffee. You guys are so quiet today. Nobody's chatting in the chat room. I know probably, I noticed there's only 3 of you out there right now. I know that it's the holiday week, so there's a good possibility that a lot of you aren't, able to jump on today. So the other thing too is I was thinking about doing, if I do these live Zooms, and this is something for you guys to think about too when it comes to doing the live Zoom calls, is doing, because I have the capability of doing 2 cameras with Zoom, maybe doing like a little mini class on those where it's just oh, okay, Dawn, no worries. And you like doing both. You'd like to see me do both, Linda. So do some lives. One of the things I am doing is I'm trying to transfer my YouTube over to Rumble. I don't know if a lot of you any of you have heard of Rumble. It's a video platform. The only thing I can't do there is lives. So one of the things I was thinking is if I don't do lives on YouTube, I can record some of these Zooms. And this is why I was talking about doing little mini classes, because then if I recorded these Zooms and I taught little things, like maybe one week we would talk about, how to do gauge, or how to give you a local time. Okay, I will, just a sec. I'll come back to the times. But I'm thinking, like maybe one week we talk about gauge, one week we talk about how to seam. But I'd have you guys live so you can ask me questions. maybe we talk about, you know, I don't know, getting rid of gaps on double crochet on the edges. I'm just thinking of things off the top of my head I get questions about. You know, it could be little things like that, like little finishing techniques, because it seems like to me, a lot of people struggle, especially if you're a more advanced crocheter. The hardest parts for you are the, you know, get engaged, the finishing, how to finish a project, that kind of thing, stuff like that. Okay, if you're working at the store, I'd have to leave early. Oh, okay. Well, if I'm going to do every other week where I do a live and then a Zoom, I'd probably do it exactly at the same time, Wednesdays at 9 Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. If I'm going to do an evening one, it would probably be, well, I would call it evening for the East Coast. It would be more afternoon for Pacific. Probably like 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern, or 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern, or maybe even 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, only because in the survey I did last week on my newsletter, I'm seeing that a lot of people, it's really kind of funny, is that they prefer weekday classes and they prefer what I consider afternoon to teach, you know, to do those classes. So I was thinking that along the lines of what they want for classes would be what I do for the live Zooms. Does that make sense, Linda? It's time for you. Any of those work for you? Okay, cool. I am going to do some weekend classes in the future, and you never know. Maybe for those people who need a weekend, maybe once in a while, I'll throw in a live Zoom for those who need a weekend. But I'm really trying to find ways to reach a lot of you. I've been getting notes from people, and I've been seeing on social media that people are starting to feel isolated again because of all the COVID restrictions. Now, I know not every state has the same restrictions that we have here in Washington. I know my Floridian friends are doing great out that way. But my California people, my New York people, my, you know, some of my Illinois people, I know you guys are starting to feel isolated like we are. So definitely if you're watching this even after the fact, let me know how you're feeling about these things. I really want to be able to reach a lot of my followers who feel like they're not being able to participate in things. January is going to be an interesting month because we'll be working on getting the house closed, and I have to do some, we have to do some flooring before we move in. So January is going to be a really busy month. I am going to do my 2 newsletters that month. And then I have a pattern release coming at the end of the month. But that's about it you're going to see from me, other than maybe these Zooms, as much as I can. And I'll let you know in January or at the end of December if I'm going to have to cut back on the Zoom call or on the YouTube lives before we move in. But I don't suspect I will, but I want to be sure that you guys know that if that could be a possibility. So let's see. Any of this work for me? I don't want to miss your YouTube or Zoom. It makes sense to me. Okay. Illinois is terrible. Some of the local restaurants are thumbing their noses at the governor. Yeah, where the area of the state that I live in, a lot of people are thumbing their noses at the governor as well here. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the next month or so. So I'm really hoping that we open up back up after Christmas or even before Christmas, because they're supposed to reevaluate on the 14th of December. So I've been praying that things will be reevaluated. Okay, 6 p.m. Eastern is better for you. Okay, Dawn, that's good to know. That's good to know, definitely. Okay, awesome. Awesome. That gives me some food for thought, especially for the people who always come in and listen to me live, because you guys, I don't want you guys to feel like you can't participate. So that's really important to me. because you guys are here every week, and I appreciate that. You have no idea how wonderful it is for me to know that I have this crochet contact every week with you guys. So, so that's all I got for this week. I didn't really pick a subject because I wasn't sure how many people were going to be here this week because of the holiday, and if anybody had any questions. One of the things I do want to do, I should also want to mention this. You're home by that time, by 6 p.m. Eastern. Is that what you're saying, Linda? That you're home by that time? One of the things I want to start in the new year, though, is definitely I'm not sure what day of the week I'm going to do it yet, but I want to do a monthly Q&A video, maybe a live, where I will have people ask them, writing questions, and maybe I'll do like 30 minutes of answering questions, maybe an hour, depending on how many questions I get. But I was thinking doing it once a week so that, or not once a week, once a month, so that I could get, a number of questions in it, make sure there's no repeats and that kind of thing. And I'm thinking what I might do is either do it on Zoom or pre-record it and then just upload it to YouTube or Rumble, or both. Rumble's really interesting because you get monetized right away. You don't have to wait for all of the people. So, and it's actually, for me, I think it's a cleaner interface than YouTube. So, it's just another way for me to get videos out there. And I've been starting a following over there. So, if you haven't seen Rumble, I'll put it in my next newsletter. I'll talk about all the different social medias that I've been playing around with. Just trying to move off of some of the big people. In fact, Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook, I'm not going to shut it down, but I don't get much interaction there at all. I mean, I'm even a blue check on Facebook, and I just can't seem to build momentum there. Whereas Instagram, I get a lot of feedback. So I'm thinking I'm not going to shut down YouTube, but I'm just not going to post there anymore. Not YouTube, Facebook. But in order to be able to keep going on Instagram, I have to keep my page open. So just so you know, if you follow me on Facebook, you might want to switch over to Instagram, because as of December 1st, I'm not going to be posting over there anymore. So that's important. Okay, so you're glad to have to visit with me. I'm glad. I'm glad. And see, yes, Dawn. Hang on. Let me go back and read these. Okay, you're home by this time. Okay. Dawn asks if I'm going to do the tester call on Yarn Pond. Yes, I'm going to be, as soon as I get it back from my tech editor, which I'm hoping might be sometime next week, I will set up the call for the pattern test. And then in January, you're going to see more tests. I have my new book that I'm working on, and 3 of the patterns are already at the tech editor. And as soon as those start coming in, I'll start putting those tests out as well. So yeah, so you'll start seeing Yarn Pond soon. I just have to wait for this hat pattern to come. This will be the first one. I just have to wait for it to get back from tech editing. But I wanted to get it set up early so that you guys were ready to go when I was ready to go. So there you go. You're glad to visit with me every Wednesday. See, the loneliness, that's the hard part. I mean, I have my family here, but none of them get the crochet part. You mean, they're cheering me on and they like the projects I do, but nobody understands the crochet part. So it's, even though my daughter and my son both crochet, they don't get what I do. So, so having you guys here is awesome. I'm glad to visit with. You get around 1 or 2. Oh, okay. So if I did a 6 o'clock Eastern, you'd be okay with that then, Linda. Okay. Someone has duplicated my Instagram. Oh, Dawn, you're not the only one that I've heard that from, but I didn't realize that's what was happening. they're hacking in somehow is what they're doing, and then they duplicate it. I've had it happen. Other people have had it happen. As long as you're informing Instagram and who's actually Facebook, that it's happening, they should be able to help you get a stop to it. I would definitely go to them and tell them what's happening. I don't know what else to tell you, because I know one of my cousins actually just got hacked about a month or so ago, and she went directly to Instagram and or their support and told them what was happening. They changed her password to a stronger password, and then they were able to get rid of the duplicated accounts. So is that why I just saw you? I just saw you on Instagram. Refriend me, I think, just recently. Yeah. So I thought I had you on there twice. I don't know. Anyway, I see you right there. 2 days ago, you restarted following me again. So I don't know what else to tell you, Dawn, on that one. You don't have Facebook or Instagram. Okay, that's okay too. So basically you use YouTube for all this stuff, right, Linda? Is that pretty much, and these people's newsletters and things like that? There's part of me that would just love to get off social media completely. But it's hard to do when you have a business. So but I can get rid of Facebook. It's a struggle over there at Facebook. I've had a love-hate relationship with Facebook for about the last 6-7 years, and I'm done. I'm really done with Facebook. So 2N, it has 2 N's. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna report it for you and let them know that they are spoofing you. Okay, but definitely let them know. So I just reported them with the 2 N's, Dawn. So definitely contact them and let them know. Okay. So anybody else have a question for me? I'm thinking too, with the Zoom. Oh, cool. Okay. You're welcome, Dawn. I'm glad you told me, because I didn't notice the 2 N's until you said it. And as soon as I saw it, I went, oh, okay. That is definitely a spoof account. So yeah, I don't mind reporting. If it happens again, let me know, and I'll see if they're following me, and I will report them again. I don't know why they do that. I've seen it happen with a bunch of people, so I don't know why. What else can I tell you? Oh, with the Zoom lives too, because Linda made me think about this, that it might be fun to have maybe once a month a Zoom call where we all just sit and crochet or knit and chat for a while, just, almost like an online guild meeting or something, where we just, share our projects and just talk about it, what's going on and that kind of thing. So if you guys are interested in that, I'm thinking about starting something like that as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things going through my head of what I can and can't do. And one of the things I'm starting to see is I need to be online more often. So I've got all these ideas. I don't know what's going to I'm throwing them out there, seeing what sticks. So we're going to go with that. Okay, well, I'm done for the day. I don't know if anybody has any questions or wants to share anything. But I'm going to go if you guys don't. And I hope, again, for those of you who are here, oh, that would be nice. Oh, and then the virus hit. Yep. Yeah, the crafting groups. I miss having a guild. I used to have a guild on the other side of the state, and then they started meeting at times I couldn't meet anymore. And And then coming over here, I know nobody. There's a local yarn shop literally 4 minutes away. I haven't been able to go because all they're doing is appointments. And I don't want to make an appointment to just go browse and introduce myself. I mean, it just seems it just seems counterintuitive to what I do. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for them to open up a little more. You know, when we go back out of our shutdown, hopefully they'll open up to where they, you know, just limit the number of people in the shop again. And I wish I would have been able to do that in the 2 weeks that we were open into phase 2. So I couldn't do it. So I'm hoping that now, you know, at the end of the year, maybe it'll open back up. We'll see. Okay. Well, I'm gonna sign off. And I hope all of you who are in the United States have a beautiful Thanksgiving tomorrow. And hopefully those of you who are able to be with family will have a great time. And those who aren't, I'll be thinking of you. And I hope that you have a great day anyway. And I will talk to you guys next week. I'm definitely going to be back next Wednesday. So have a good one. And I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.